it's really hard because like when do you separate like the artist from the person, like from the person? It's like for the most part, I'm always like, that's what I do. I don't really like knowing about the artist or especially if you make music. I don't really want to know anything about you. I don't want to know your birthday. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know nothing about you. Like the less I know, the better it is for me. Fuck, that was a regular throw and I pressed it. The less I know about you, the better. Like I never understood why everybody wants to know everything about these people. Cause like once I start, like if I know too much about you and then you like, you got like different, like you did something to someone, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about, like I just want to listen to the song, and it's just, it sucks because to the point where it's just, if someone did something bad, do you stop listening to their music? Like if they did something morally wrong, do you stop listening to their music or like watching their movies that they're in? Like where do you draw the line, like, and I normally tell people, just separate it from the, but there's sometimes where it's just, I think when it's closer to you, then you're like, yeah, I can see what you mean. I always say like, it sucks, but you could still learn from them. I don't know. It's a hard position to even think about. See, that's why I like to mind my business. Unless it's like in the news, like, I don't want to know nothing. Like, that's why I haven't watched like that Michael Jackson stuff. Cause I want to listen to Michael Jackson's songs, Jeez, I want to listen to music. And cause the thing that sucks about that is like, what about you listening to it and bump into it, and then you really like that song, you play it for your wedding, everything, blah bada ba, bada bing, bada boom. Next thing you know, the guy's a sex offender. Next thing you know, he has a cult. Next thing you know, he hit a few bodies in the sea, in the Hudson River. Like, I don't really want to know all of that. I'd rather just keep to myself and not know anything about that. But when it's like brought to my eyes, I'm like, oh my god, now I gotta like decide whether I'm gonna listen to your music. And it's like, if I listened to your music for 5 years, and for 5 years you were doing that, I was kind of like supporting you in terms of doing that. So like, I guess like now that I know I shouldn't support you, right? So yeah, I can understand that. So like now that I know, I'm not ignorant anymore. So now it's prime time to decide, because before I was ignorant, which I was like being ignorant because I didn't want to know. But now it's like, oh man, I gotta make a tough decision. Do I like take you off of my playlist, or do I still listen to you? But I've been listening to you for 5 years, like, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's all, I don't really like, I don't want to like even want to talk about it, like, or think about it, because I'm like, damn, I like this song, or I like this artist, or whatever. It's just, it's mad annoying, like, oh my god, can't people just like be good? Gee, y'all gotta do some crazy stuff, like, come on, son. And it's like, do you automatically just like take away everything from them? I mean, their music is still good. It was like revolutionary and all that other bull crap. Like, do you just take away all their like awards and stuff, or do they get to keep their? I think they should keep their awards, but like anything else is like, eh. I mean, it depends on like the company, I mean, depending on how bad it was, maybe they should lose their job. I've not always been for one for people losing their jobs or just like saying some tweet or saying something stupid, but I don't know. I just don't like the idea. That's why I like to mind my own business, like when it comes to like celebrities and like especially like things that I interact with, like music and video games and movies. Cause like if I find out that y'all did some grimy stuff, I'm like, damn, man. That's all I'm thinking about when I'm trying to listen to the song and get inspired. Or watching a movie. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to see this clown. You know? Or I don't want to support this game company because of what they're doing, you know? It's just, it's been, recently it's been getting that way because, I'm being hit by it all at once. Where, with video games, with Epic Games. Then there's a band I like, Diane Ward. They got some controversy going on right now. And I don't really like this guy. I didn't even know about him before, but like, well, I guess like for me it's more of a, I guess like for me it's also like with that Jesse Smollett case going on right now. Like that's been pissing me off like really bad. Like for him it's like, yeah, cancel this guy. He doesn't deserve to have any money, you know? He doesn't deserve to be anywhere, you know? And that sucks. And it doesn't suck for him. It sucks, it sucks that he's off. So like make his life hella bad. And that's one thing I've learned. Like, if you done something bad, karma gonna get your ass. So like, just don't do anything stupid, you know, or like really bad. I always believe in karma, because if I don't believe in karma, then I would have to like, I'd probably not be here streaming for you guys right now. I think I'd probably be in like solitary right now, you know, just in a cell by myself. Wow, look at that. Look at that! So I'm not really religious, but I believe in karma. I strongly believe in karma, man. I strongly believe in karma. Like, I think, and if it doesn't get you, in this world, bad guys can win. Bad guys can win. But I always think of it, if the karma didn't get you, it's gonna get your family. It's gonna get your it's gonna get somebody. It may not get you, it might not have to affect you, but it's gonna affect the people around you. So that's how I like to think about things, you know? So yeah. So like with the Jesse Smollett case going on right now. Yeah, the guy got off. Yeah, he got off. But nobody wants him around, you know? Like, nobody wants him in their show right now. Like, they might be like, yeah, we support, but like, the ratings are dropping. Everyone's just like, we don't want this guy. Get rid of this guy. So yeah. But for me, it's mostly like YouTubers that like, it really pisses me off when they do something stupid and it's like, oh man, do I still watch your content, you know? So it sucks with YouTubers, because you know I do like some of their content, but I realize now that don't ever meet your heroes. Like, if you want to meet your role model or like anything, don't. Just don't. You're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna be hella disappointed. You're better like fantasizing what this person is, because once you realize that they're degenerate and everything, it's never the same. And it sucks because a lot of like people, maybe young kids, but like most people, they're like, oh my god, I never believed in that whole like role model stuff. I don't want to be nobody's role model. Fuck you. I don't want to be nobody's role model. But it sucks for people that do like those types of stuff, because like I've heard so many stories and it's depressing where like people go meet an actor or an artist or, you know, somebody they really looked up to or thought was really cool, and then they get disappointed. They're not disappointed like, you know, like Toby Fox kind of like, whoa, you're like totally different from what I thought you were, like, you know, like not like Not like that. It's more like, wow, you're an asshole. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, you're just out of it. You're just like really weird, and it's kind of cool. You know, it's like your own personality. I can see why how this game relates to you. But anyways, yeah, it just sucks when you just like, you shouldn't really like just blindly, I don't know, look up to people or think of people as good people, because you might find out sooner or later that they're degenerate, and it sucks, because you know it really does, because sometimes you may look up to someone or whatever. I don't look up to nobody, first of all. I really don't, actually. I think I'm too cynical. I'm too much of a cynic. I think the internet has made me too much of a cynic. So yeah, I don't really believe in role models. For the most part, until everyone's guilty in my eyes until I prove you innocent. If Diogenes was a female, I think I'd be Diogenes. Like, honestly, I think I'd be Diogenes at that point. But it just sucks, you know. It's just, it's social, and I guess social media is a good thing because it brings to light all of these things, you know. So people don't really get away with crap as they used to anymore. So it's nice because there's some like real pieces of shits in the world, you know. And some people don't really care about like especially with YouTubers, they don't really care like, oh, what this person did, but like I have to care because I'm a content creator too, and it's just someone you looked up to, you find out, oh, they're falsely like giving people copyright claims and DMCAs and all this stuff, and trying to kill people's channels because they did something you don't like. They said something that, you know, the other creator didn't like, so they were like, you know what, I'm gonna just like copyright all your stuff, you know. Or you find out that, you know, they've doxed people and everything, and it kind of sucks. Like, I kind of hate just like learning stuff sometimes because it makes me like even more of a damn cynic. It really sucks. But yeah, it's just, man, do you just like cancel everything about that person? Do you just like remove them, or do you take, what I like to think of it is like you take the good parts and that's it, you know, like the old masters or whatever, George Washington, you respect them for their craft, but you hate them as a person. Like, fuck you as a person, but wow, you did some really cool stuff, you know, like, not to say George Washington, but some people might disagree with that statement, but you know, it's whatever. It's just like, oh my god, you just like, and it's a double-edged sword, because yes, the person did something stupid or they're a bad person, but they did all these cool things too, like all these achievements, and it's just, do you erase them from history completely? Because that's stupid too, because if anything, history teaches you what not to do, you know? It teaches you, oh, don't do this, and you'll be a good person. But there's just, you know, like, you would just completely forget them, like, especially like with old masters, you know? What if it came out Shakespeare killed a whole bunch of people, you know, because they didn't say the words in the play right, you know? Do we just like completely remove Shakespeare from existence, like Shakespeare never happens? It's the same with like Tolkien or like Hugo Boss, Chanel, all these other stuff, like Pepsi, Fanta, you know? Like, what do we do? Like, do we just completely forget that all this shit happens? I don't know. And there's always gonna be those, like, a Chick-fil-A. It's just, you stop eating their stuff, or even like it goes like, oh, they kill a whole bunch of animals, but you know, I don't know. It's so annoying. I guess it's like, I guess it has to hit you on a personal level. I say like, yeah, say fuck them because they suck, but like, you should still, like, I think of it like, yeah, I hate this person, but I'm still gonna like read their literature because they still know a lot of stuff, you know? So if anything, it's more of like you pretend to be their friends or whatever. And it's not like to say what this is not applying to me, okay? This is just applying to like material. I don't do this to people, okay? You just take what you can from them, and then that's about it. You know, like you learn from them, and that's about it. Like old masters, they still know figure drawing. They still know all of this stuff. You know? You can't just like completely erase them from history. I don't know. It's such a tough position to be in. It sucks. I don't know. I have so many teachers where it's like, well, I have some professors where they're like, yeah, just completely remove them, you know, completely remove. And what sucks is like it'll be, this is the thing that sucks about people, because they'll be like, oh, totally drop this person, totally get rid of this person. Then the person like does something that they like, and it's like, oh my god, you're so amazing now. Everything you did before that I hated you, whatever. Now I love you. This is why don't look up to your heroes. Don't, and mind your business. That's like the point of the story. Mind your business and don't follow your heroes on social media. And don't read the news either. Just be a hermit. What the fuck? What are they doing up there? But that's about it. That's all I have to say.